folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. To throw on third down, Fuller. This one caught by Davis. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
Off play action. Fuller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the fumble recovery, Cody. He'll check this down to Hines. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Cody. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the touchdown.
That's caught. Kylan Granson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point forthcoming. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fuller. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Off the bootleg. Fuller. Flushed out right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fuller. And that's out to the flat for Swift. A solid stiff arm. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Here's Swift. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the Colts 7-yard line.
One more time with Swift. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here again.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because he's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first and 10, Fuller. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the handoff, this is Swift. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Bobby Okereke able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They will run it with Swift here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Here's Matt Gay now for the Bucs field goal. That's from 25 yards out. Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. That's from 25 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 1st and 10, Taylor now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Cody. He'll drop this down to Taylor.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 47.
On first down, Cody. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Second and inches at the 37-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. The final shot before break. Cody. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The final shot before break. Fuller escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking to throw. Cody. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off play action. Cody. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. On third down, Cody. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Fuller. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Operating from the gun, Fuller. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Throwing on 1st down. Fuller looking downfield for Godwin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Colts 14. Bradley Pinion, the kickoff 14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
To throw on 2nd down, Cody. He's going up top for Taylor. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, 78 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Colts 14. Bradley Pinion.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Cody. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score Buccaneers 24, Colts 14.
coming up on a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Fuller. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
The kick is good. Makes the score Buccaneers.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Cody. Flushed out right. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Cody. This to Hines on the drop-off. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
16 yards. Complete to
Hines. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Off play action. Cody. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Ferkser, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Now it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Off the play fake, Cody. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Cody. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Cody. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 15. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay.